The purpose of customer service is not to satisfy your customers. The purpose of customer service is to add value and delight your customers so they can rave about the brand experience. In this video, I'll share with you 5 tips that you can actually enhance that customer experience and focus on the customer and deliver more value and, more importantly, delight your customers. I can take an experience that my parents had last year in one of the Marriott hotels in San Diego. They stayed there as their guests, and someone went above and beyond to create an exceptional experience, and they wowed and delighted my parents throughout their stay. I took the time to actually write a letter to their general manager because my parents had an amazing experience, something to rave about, and I'm one of those individuals that want to share and recognize their experience so their peers or managers and people in our organization can tell that story about how someone went above and beyond, added more value, and created more delighted customers. I think the stories tell exactly what happened. The engagement is important. In this video, I'll share with you the 5 ways that you can do so in your organization, so feel free to share this video with other managers and team members. To create that culture of excellence, you need a plan of action to actually help that customer experience. In today's competitive environment, customers are not interested in average or satisfaction anymore. They want to know that your brand is going to exceed their expectations. They're going to add more value to that experience, and they will come back. And that's the point about loyalty. So number 1 is anticipating the customer experience, anticipating their needs, their desires, and goals. When you think about what the customer is anticipating in today's environment, customers' expectations have risen. There's enough competition and there's more options for that customer experience. And so for them to make a decision about engaging with your business and company or brand, they want to know that someone on the other side is going to anticipate their needs, is going to finding out more about their desires and goals and what they want to achieve in that. Right now we're talking about a transaction, so they want to know that your business is going to anticipate their needs, understanding their needs, and so that they can want to engage with you. Number 2 is connecting to build trust through relationship building, is building that rapport. I'm moving into the human aspect of customer service here. What I'm saying by creating that connection and human touch is important because although you may have credibility and you may have a reputation, you're only as good as how you live that reputation and credibility when you're connecting, engaging. First impression is last impression. So there's so much that can go online or technology or people finding out about you. But at the same time, if that experience is not a personal experience, and remember, customer service is an emotional experience. So when you have that emotional experience with your customers, you've got to connect to build the trust. They got to know about who you are, what you stand for, what your values are, how are you going to deliver that experience. And so that comes through that face-to-face engagement to build trust. Number 3 is, I'm making the transition here is about to learn something about them, to learn about their names, maybe to learn about their story and how their story connects to what your business does, what your brand is doing. And so when people can connect, I talk about moving away from transaction to transformation. That transaction cannot be there if there's no emotional connection, there's no transformation in that experience. And I want you to think about as a customer that you were really, really wowed and delighted by a brand that took the time to learn about you. Number 4 here is over-deliver on the brand promise, over-deliver on that experience. So we're talking about adding value, surprise and delight, exceeding their expectation at every time of their experience. When they do that, then they know you're standing above the crowd. You are creating a situation where you differentiate yourself from any other brands in the marketplace. And so people come back, or customers and clients come back, because they know someone exceeded their expectations, they added more value, they delighted them, there's a story behind it, somebody wowed them. And so you've got to think about going above and beyond satisfaction. Number 5 is following up on their feedback and thoughts, concerns. I think that in the business of customer service, you're continuously improving. You continuously finding more ways to learn about the customer experience through their feedback and experience with the organization, the brand, and the people. When you do that, there's a great connection. And so when you do that, you want the feedback. You want to learn how you can improve things, what you can do differently, and how you can create even a better experience and add more value to that experience. So I want you to think about those 5 points that I shared with you today, and share this video with other people in your organization that want to improve that customer experience. It can work both internally and externally, and I would appreciate if you let me know your feedback. Have a great weekend, guys.